Why Singapore?
I work in Hong Kong, and to be honest, I really hate it. It's just the stress of the city can be really, really hard on you mentally and physically. So I have hard time to adapting and adjust. At that time, then I feel like, okay, maybe Asia is not for me. Singapore is much more laid back compared to Hong Kong. Like Hong Kong is it's like everybody's going to war like every morning, just rush and just like, oh my God, like tremendous amount of stress. But in here, everything just kind of like, let's take a chill, let's walk to the office, I'll get my coffee, then we can, start the day.
What was the image of Singapore for you before coming to Singapore?
This is a place that people speak English. Seems they are more friendly than Hong Kong because people are always on the go, so they really don't have time for you. So it seems like Singapore people are a little more laid back, more family oriented, and a little more friendly.
And then what was the reality?
Pretty similar. Pretty good. I think for the first 2 years, what I noticed most is the efficiency of a government agency. When I was in Hong Kong, I have to get my work card, work permit, something like that. In Hong Kong, they put everybody in this one place to kind of like filter you through. You start here, then you can number, your code number. Like you could easily spend about 2 or 3 hours in there. But here, when you get your EP, it's you go to the car key. It's like a lounge. You sit down. People are really nice. Then you're in and out about less than a half hour. So I feel like the efficiency is different. Although I thought Hong Kong is pretty efficient, but this is like different level of efficiency.
Any like cultural shocks that you had?
Yes. High-rise littering. Although littering is, fine. If you litter, there's everywhere you have sign like $500 or $300 for it. But high-rise littering it's very much exists. Yeah.
High rise? What do you mean high rise?
So people just throwing stuff from their window, and I feel like maybe it's just where I live in the neighborhood, but it's not. So I think one time I was just really fed up with the people because like the previous way I lived, they literally have like CCTV up to the building and try to capture like there's notice, there's a police report like, hey, whoever doing this, we have all the evidence, please stop doing it. And then people just keep on throwing stuff out their windows. So then I asked the security guards, like, is this like Singapore things? And yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not matter like you live in condominium or HDB. It's very much everywhere. A city that this clean, but have high-rise littering problem.
People sometimes, like tourists, say, "Oh, Singapore is so clean." It's clean, but it's not like Tokyo. It's not the cleanest place on earth.
Yes, no. There are still trash around if you look hard enough.
Is there anything that you're not used to living in Singapore?
I guess the heat. But that's like everybody was like, it's the only thing or not.
Now it's quite good actually.
Yeah, now it is.
Moment.
But the last half hour was not very good. When I graduated from chiropractic school, my father asked me like, where you want to go? The war is where you go. And I told him like, I'm gonna move to a place that I can wear a skirt all year long. Because in the Midwest, if anyone from there, it's 6 months of winter. You still got blizzards in April. How ridiculous is that? So I had enough of this shoveling snow, driving on the gray, icy roads. I had enough. I have to go somewhere and it's warm enough. I don't have to deal with it. So I end up here, but now it's the heat.
In the US, which places you stayed or you lived in?
Staying in Iowa all my life. My husband is from Wisconsin, so we are like very much in the Midwest. So grew up in a very predominantly white community.
How was it for you?
Yes, it was quite tough. Struggled with my own identity for quite a while. Because imagine like a teenager, a teenager, going to a school, everybody is blonde hair, blue eyes, and you have black hair. And that's you just stick out. So I remember during that time, I was looking back, some of my photos, I was trying my best to look like a white person. I bleached my hair blonde, I have color contact lenses, and I just like, in my mind, I was just want to be normal because my perception of normal is blonde hair, blue eyes. So struggle quite a bit. with identity. That's the reason why I wanted to move out of the Midwest, because it's just too homogenous communities. I want to see something that is a little bit different. Yeah.
Did you feel like a social pressure or like some racism against you?
The racism in the Midwest is actually very little, but the most racism I experienced was in Hong Kong.
Wow.
Yeah.
How come?
Yeah, because I don't speak Cantonese. When I try to speak Cantonese, I have the Mandarin accent. So they immediately identify me as a mainlander, like a Chinese mainlander. So as you know, there is a little bit of tension, conflict with that. So during the 1 year I was in Hong Kong, I tell everybody I'm from Singapore. Because they would say like, oh, why you speak English? Like, oh yeah, I'm from Singapore. Like, oh, okay, you're nice. Like, let me show you more.
Is there anything you think the US can adopt from Singapore?
Healthcare that makes sense, and a retirement fund that makes sense. What Singapore healthcare is, they give you options. If you don't have money, you can go for the government care, which is a polyclinic, all these government assisted hospitals. Will you take you a long time to see your doctor? Absolutely. You're prepared to be there for half day, even a day, just to see your doctor. But you're not going to pay a lot of money. If you have money, on top of the primary care, go get the private insurance for yourself, because private insurance will cost more, so that money will save your time. So you get to see your doctor about half hour or 15 minutes, make appointments, all the private insurance will take care of that. In US, it's a total mess. It's like you only can see the doctor within the insurance group, but for certain condition you're not. So it's like total mess to navigate through. And in fact, for my industry in US, people try not to go with the insurance because the insurance never pay on time. So that's another problem with the US hospital, is the cash flow to sustain the hospital.
So you pay a lot and then you need to wait until you get your money back.
Yeah, and then there's a whole system of processing the claim, and there's like all this form, the HIPS scoop you have to go through in order to get paid. Yeah. So that's resources and manpower wasted. So America may have the best medical technology there, but it's just it's not easily accessed to everyone else. Yeah. And another one is the CPF. I know I'm saying this, a lot of people are gonna be like, no, I don't want to pay CPF. CPF, people taking money. It's like a Ponzi scheme. Like, no, I think a CPF system really makes sense, because let's be honest, we as an average person don't have the discipline to save, right? Tomorrow you see something nice, you're gonna buy that thing. So the CPF is a system that forces you to save. Like, save this money for rainy days, save money for housing. Yes, huge chunk of your paycheck will go to the CPF, but when the times in need, when you need money for your house, education, you can use that. So yeah, I think that would totally make sense.
If you have a chance, would you swap your American passport to Singapore passport?
Maybe. But I try not to see from the property perspective, like people like I'm getting my Singapore passport because I have benefit, I get more properties. I'm trying not to see from that perspective, but try not to, because I get the citizenship, so I can own more properties, so I can have more benefit. But what's the meaning to be a citizen of another country, right? Like, is this your belonging or whatnot?
So for you, it's more like an emotional thing?
I would think so, because I have been an immigrant pretty much most of my life. Like, I was an immigrant in the United States, I was an immigrant here. So yes, I feel this is my second home, and I do feel like belonging here. Yeah, so maybe if they still like it enough, I will go for it. Have a country that I belong.